Hi, I'm Russ from Bednar's, and today we're going to dive deeper into landscape design tips. If you haven't watched my first video, Design 101, you should give that a watch to prepare yourself for this video. Today we're going to focus on planning and measuring for your base map and for your plant selections. So for the base map, the first thing you should see is if you have a plot plan from when you bought your house or from the previous property owner. It will have the measurements of the property lines established on the base map. This is important because you don't want to be planning and planting a landscape bed on your neighbor's property. Measure out the house as a reference point or just measure out how large that bed will be. I would suggest using graph paper so you can make a scale, which is easier to figure out how much space you will have to put the plants into the bed. So say 1 square on your graph paper is equal to 1 foot. If you have a larger bed, you can make 1 square equal 2 foot. Once you have that part done, you can focus on your plant selections. So for plant selections, keep in mind choosing the right plant for the right place is the #1 thing you should start to think about. Also think about the sunlight and the soil, as I mentioned in the previous video. You can mark these on that base map as well. As a part of the bed gets 4 hours of sun per se, and the other half of the bed could get shade in the afternoon, this is very important to have certain plants for that certain place. Secondly, the difference in the soil. Mark that on the base map as well. If one part lays wet or one part of the bed is very rocky, for example. Now we're going to think about what plants we're going to choose. We don't want to choose a plant because it is a certain color, shape, or texture you're looking for. You should look at how large that plant gets first. So the plant tag will tell you the plant height and width at the plant's maturity. Will that plant fit when it is mature? Or are you willing to sacrifice some plants as they mature and start to crowd themselves out? If you want to have a fuller looking landscape right now, or if you are all right with waiting a little bit longer down the road for that to mature. A key part of selecting the right plant for the right place is planting in mass. Planting in mass is always a good way to make an impact on your landscape. You should always plant in odd numbers, so 3s or 5s or even larger numbers, in which we call a drift, depending on how large your bed is. I always like to fill in the spaces with as many plants as possible. And the benefits of this is you're going to be using less mulch, you're going to have cooler soil temperatures and less weeding to do as the plants fill in their space. And who doesn't like those attributes? I hope you found these design tips helpful, and please feel free to reach out to our landscape department if you need help or you would like one of our professionals to come out on site and make your landscape dreams come true. As always, if you have any further questions, be sure to reach out or visit us in the garden center.